Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by Burkins Chevrolet. If you're from GA or FLA, you should be driving a Burkins Chevrolet. Come on.
Hit it. Oh, yeah. Lots of concepts and rationalizations coming your way. Before, though, our drill poll question of the day presented by Lock and Law DUI and Criminal Defense. Know before you blow. 858-9818. 858-9818. Real easy today. Grade the Jags pick of Josh Allen. I got A, can't believe it. A+, defensive rookie of the year for sure. B, still need offense. C, wanted Hawkinson. So, I mean, because it's really, you can't give him a D or an F, right? I mean, you just can't.
You can't give him a C.
Yeah. So, anyway, 300 votes already in, and 49% are going with A, can't believe it. 22% say A+, defensive rookie of the year for sure. 25% say B, still need offense, and 4% say C, wanted TJ Hawk. So, pretty overwhelming.
Again, listen.
And we'll do that.
And this is what we do, and it's fun.
This is how we do
We're making way too big out of they need offense.
Yeah.
We have one pick, Hick.
Yeah, right.
Got another 6 picks. I mean, you can't say they need more. At the end of the day, if they have 3 defensive players and 4 offense, or 2 defensive and 5 offensive, and one of those defensive is Josh Allen, then you win.
The New England Patriots so drive the draft. I was sweating them out last night, like, don't you take my tight end. Don't you take my tight end.
Or
and
Smith.
They didn't. And now that they didn't, I'm thinking, what's wrong with my tight end? What's wrong with my tight end?
Yeah, some people thought that.
Darn it, New England, you're in my head.
Well, you know what?
I hate you.
It's a fair point, right? If you're the Jaguars and looking for a fan,
Jaguar fan,
Jaguar fan,
but I sure respect you.
And you're looking for a tight end, and you know that the Patriots just lost Rob Gronkowski, yet they did not take Irv Smith Jr. at number 28. Instead, they took a receiver who doesn't seem to be as important in their offense as the tight end is. That does give me pause. I mean, in all seriousness.
Yes.
All right, don't forget they signed Safarian Jenkins, so they're good there.
But yeah, let's exchange some sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill.
I thought we were.
At the end of it, we'll give out a nice prize pack that includes what, Beefy?
It's the hook up, Jeff. Are we splashing the pot again today?
We're splashing it, baby.
Oh, baby. So we've got Florida Guns and Hoses tomorrow.
And I'm going to splash another couple of times here before we're done as well.
Also, a 4-pack to see the Jumbo Shrimp in action down at the baseball grounds, and free airport parking from our friends at usapark.net. That's a prize pack.
I just out of curiosity for both of you, I was at the stadium last night, so I watched whatever they put on. I'm curious what network you chose to watch for the draft.
What I watched ESPN. The draft has
ESPN. Okay,
a lot of
what'd you watch?
And then after
as a cord cutter, I was obligated to watch ESPN. I didn't have a choice. I would prefer NFL Network.
You could have watched ABC.
But no, I put on the ABC. I had the ABC option. I watched that for about 1.5 minutes and realized that is awful.
Who was ABC?
That's the college guys. Herbie and Corso.
Okay.
I got the hell off of that and went back to ESPN with the Kipe Dog.
Okay.
I enjoyed Booker on the draft, too. He was good.
I will say this. I love the draft in its entirety, and I love looking at the 30 picks and reading it. The draft, to me, the draft night is tiresome.
Oh, really?
All of the talk and all of the suggestions. I don't like the interview with the player right away half the time.
I don't mind. Well, yeah, I'm not thrilled
but
with that.
The whole,
I love it. Really?
I do.
I like watching it. Because
I would much rather watch second and third round than first.
Okay.
I don't like that long delay.
Well,
by the way, because the Jags are selling, they were considering all these people. In terms of getting your pick turned in, that was a sprint to the clock.
Is there a new star out of all those 3 stations that you watch that you like?
They were all the same people.
Yeah. I thought, here's one thing I noticed. This is a criticism, but I think Louis Riddick Jr. has become John Gruden. Everybody's great. I hate everybody's great.
He was criticizing the Daniel Jones pick.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
They should have gone Haskins there, he said.
Okay, good.
And he's right. That was an idiotic pick by the Giants. Idiotic.
Yeah, it's a tough one to understand.
I don't know how you can think he's better than Ryan Finley from NC State, playing like competition at a much lower level. I just don't understand this Daniel Jones pick at all. And I think the Giants, this is Dave Brown all over again. This is just another average.
Dave Brown.
It's kind of, you know who he reminds me of, to be honest with you? Blaine Gabbert. Yeah. He's athletic. He can run. Yeah, he can run. Can't wait to see him go on that 80-yard touchdown run.
I will say this about Kyler Murray. If you're an Arizona fan,
you're excited.
That moves the needle, man.
Sure it does.
You're playing in half-filled stadiums last year at home. Not anymore. I mean, people are going to go and watch and hope, and man, it's going to be exciting to see what he's able to do.
All right, which again, Graf draft grades aren't made by just your first-round pick. I mean,
No.
So, you can grade the first-rounder if you want, but is there one team or player that either stood out or surprised you the most the way round one shook out? Aside from the
Well, our guy for sure is obviously one. The Raiders said they were going to surprise, and they surprised. Farrell, they say, is inconsistent, so I think most people would have taken Josh Allen there. So that in the top 10. The Steelers, who don't normally do this, make a trade up, and they get a good football player in Devin Bush. I like that move for the Steelers a lot. Teams passing on the quarterbacks, a little bit surprising. We mentioned the name Darnell Savage yesterday.
a couple of those guys that we talked about, some lesser names.
They were right. Man, I'll be curious to see about Hollywood Brown.
Where do you go? Ravens?
Ravens. He's so little. But, they pointed out Deshaun Jackson's little too, and he's been in the league for a decade plus. So, I don't know. Yeah. I'll tell you the one team that that always surprises me, the Seahawks. They always take a guy that I go, who? And they took L.J. Collier from TCU. I don't know what the did you see yesterday before the draft on well, you probably didn't see it, Pross, but Beef, did you see Pete Carroll give the clue for who they were going to take?
I did not.
Okay, so they give clues, apparently, the Seahawks. So Pete Carroll can play the piano. So he's sitting there playing Lean On Me, and he turns to the camera and goes, hey, guys, it's not easy. We're not going to give it away, but here's your clue for who we're going to take. Now, I don't know how that ties into L.J. Collier, or if it does, or Lean On Me like we're going to lean on I don't know. But anyway, that's
a terrible clue.
Yeah. He did something like he said, last year I could have done, Penny Lane, but that would have been too easy because they took Rashad Penny, if you remember correctly.
I do remember. But that is Lean On Me for L.J. Collier.
I think I was shocked that nobody took Jawan Taylor in the first round. That surprised me.
Incredible surprise.
Yeah. So
which, again, maybe
clearly
they're just wrong. Maybe he's never that highly thought of.
And that's also fair.
Because that always happens. There's always a guy that the media or certain scouts
that's a good point.
or some NFL type puts the wrong bug in their ear to throw things off. So, maybe he's a second-round talent.
All right, so as I look ahead today, I see Cody Ford. I see out there, right?
Yeah.
I see Jawan Taylor out there. There's two guys. I can give you Irv Smith Jr. There's three guys. I can then go with either of the Ole Miss receivers or Deebo Samuel. That's six guys. There's 5 picks. We can get one of those guys.
No doubt.
And so I would not. Dalton Risner is another one.
A little below those guys, but yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, so there are plenty of options available to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm hoping one of those guys is their best available player. I really, really want a tight end or an offensive lineman here to start the day. And then they have 2 picks in the third round that I'm excited about. So, and by the way, if packaging those 2 picks to move into the second round gives me Irv Smith Jr. and Dalton Risner, I might be thinking about that too.
Maybe. It depends on what you know.
Yeah, got to let it play out.
Well, I'll give you one. You talked about all the guys that are available, and you didn't mention this guy because he's his position won't be picked here.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised there are 3 quarterbacks taken in round 1, and Drew Lock wasn't one of them.
No, Drew Lock was not taken.
I'm surprised that Drew Lock is still sitting there as we go to day 2. So somebody's liable to move up and.
Bro, I'm going to tell you how nebulous scouting quarterbacks are. I go back to Senior Bowl week. Drew Lock is awesome. Daniel Jones is terrible. Daniel Jones 6th. Drew Lock not taken. I give up. I don't know.
By the way, as an observer of the Senior Bowl and a watcher of the game this week, that first characterization you gave is absolutely right. And I would stake my shoes that Drew Lock is a better player than Daniel Jones, and he will be.
Yeah.
I think Daniel Jones is an awful pick with the 6th pick. If you want to, get Josh Allen at 6 and then draft him 17, knock yourself out. But with better quarterbacks available even, and much less the other talent, I can't imagine this is going to end up being a good move for them. What of Josh Rosen?
The Cardinals tick me off a little bit here with Josh Rosen. First off, they owe it to that kid to get rid of him immediately, in my opinion. You screwed him over. And you have every right to do it. It's a business. I get that. Understand what I'm saying here. You have every right to do that, okay? But you need to get rid of him. And for you to think, and by the way, you also admitted last night that you made a mistake. So for you to sit there and think, we're not trading him unless we get a first-round draft pick, screw you. Every other team's like, don't think so. We'll call your bluff. We don't love him that much.
They're not getting a first-round pick.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
So
if they were getting a first-round pick, it would have needed to happen yesterday.
I'm sure a couple teams probably called and said, hey, we'll give you a third-rounder. Here's the deal. The other thing is he is tremendously cap-friendly right now because they've given him they gave him, I think, $11 million or something. So he's a bargain at what he's making right now, too. So if I were the Dolphins, I'd throw a third-round pick at him. Hey, you want a third-rounder? I'll give you a third-round pick.
Sure.
But to me, it is a disservice to Josh Rosen if they don't trade him immediately. It's not fair to the kid. I mean, he's done everything that he's been asked to do, man. He was drafted 10th overall last year, Jeff. And I think that
he was my favorite one of the guys last year.
That's right. I think when Arizona hired Cliff Kingsbury, you have to go all in on Cliff Kingsbury. However, if I'm the owner, I'm a little ticked at the GM, a little ticked at him. I'm a little ticked at this whole, how this is played out. And
I thought the Redskins, by the way, had an awesome draft for a team where they were taking pot shots about Daniel Snyder getting.
They get Montez Sweat too.
Yeah. You got Haskins and Sweat. That's kind of like another. There's a lot of mock drafts. Those are top 10 guys.
Yeah.
So I thought they did well. I thought,
winner
of them. I mean, nice job, Giants. Not only do you not take Haskins, you let him go. You let the better player go to your rival. I will be shocked. I will be among the most shocked I've been in my entire life if Daniel Jones is a playoff caliber quarterback. I just can't believe they took him. I can't believe he's rated that high.
Yeah.
I can't believe he ever got into the mix.
Well, this guy's put his whole,
You know what he does, Dan? Just like Gabbard and just like Bortles. Yeah. You know what the problem with a 59% passer is? When guys get open deep, he misses them.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And that's one thing they pointed out yesterday. Louis Riddick was pointing out was that, this guy's got guys, the deep ball's got to get worked on. He's got guys wide open, and he hit like 30% of them or something.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
all right. Let's step aside.
All right.
We got a lot more to dive into as
goodness
we
gracious.
move along here. By the way,
I need a number, baby.
Mike Dempsey of Jaguars Today was at the draft. Calls in at 8:30 this morning. We'll get that Nashville perspective. I really was impressed with the turnout in the city and the excitement. We'll continue though to look at things from the Jags' perspective, and also, I mean, this story of Tyreek Hill is so much bigger than the NFL, and should he be eligible with the Chiefs? I mean, it really is. This is a story that should condemn, authorities and DCF and everyone else before it gets to Roger Goodell's senses. But I don't know how this guy's in the league right now. Anyway.
Caller number 2 today, we're giving out a heck of a prize pack. Caller number 2, 641-1010. Jump in now and get it.